morning. When we wake up in the morning, joy comes in the morning. When we wake up in the morning, joy comes in the morning. Hey. Praise. Hey. We live in praise every day. Hey. All praise. Hey. Every day. Hey. We say Ashe. All praise. Hey. I like that. Hey. Hey. All praise. Hey. Praise. Ashe. The only way. Yahweh. Ashe. Hey. All praise. Hey. Go crazy on the drum. Praise. Hey. Praise. Hey. Ashe. Hey. 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 Go. When we wake up in the morning, dear Lord, when we wake up in the morning, we feeling good and our life is moving forward. Dear Lord, when we wake up in the morning, we feeling good and our life is moving forward. Yeah.
They working with the moon and we working with the sun. Light working in my groove, put the demon on the run. Go.
Hey, we giving praise to the Most High. We giving praise to the Most High. When we wake up in the morning, when we wake up in the morning, hey, hey, I like the beat, y'all. Hey, let the beat rock. Hey. 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 When we wake up in the morning, dear Lord, when we wake up in the morning, we feeling good and our life is moving forward. Dear Lord, When we wake up in the morning, we feeling good and our life is moving forward. Yeah. And so we love you. We trust you. Yeah, we show you gratitude. Yeah. No one above you. We trust you. Yeah, and everything you do. Yahweh. Yeah. When we wake up in the morning. When we wake up in the morning. Hey tribe, hope you guys are doing well in positive energy. Okay? Attracting the life you desire because you deserve it. Hold on, I need to get my water. It got hot.
Tribe. A little dry here. Nevertheless, we're going to get to it, right? How y'all feeling? Where y'all from? Type down below. So we're here to get some messages out, of course. This is what we do. And we got the girls with us today.
We got the girls out.
And we got Change for a Spirit message from the Soul Box. So we'll be pulling that in a minute. Okay, Louisiana.
Hey.
Hello.
Okay. Louisiana in the house. I couldn't even say it. I was trying to say the...
So I got something for my 5Ds here, You consider yourself a 5D being. You have that understanding, that comprehension. Some value for spiritual awakening. To become aware of the spiritual energies around you and the correlation that your spirit has with them becomes valuable. Being able to see in the spirit, in other words. Not just surface level. I feel like you beginning to understand this now. Maybe you're looking at people different, you're looking at things different. And you're becoming more aware of the spiritual energies that surround you. And that can get scary, like High Priestess song say, this life can get very scary, but nevertheless, it's for your benefit. It's valuable. Your spiritual awakening is valuable. Changing your perception, causing you to change the way you eat, causing you to change the way you relate to self, right? And be aware of this. Thank you, Spirit. When you taking the energy from other readers, or you letting people read you, so to speak, or you just tapping into other energies, it's cool, right? Everybody does it from time to time. That's the benefit of collective energy, right? But the most valuable thing that you have, Divine One, is integrity, right? Keep your integrity intact. And that's going to show you got things to do other than just listen to what people tell you is going on. Find out what's going on through your comprehension. I feel so many people wanting to switch their faith and give up on their faith. Don't give up so fast on what you believe in. Mm-hmm. Just elevate your consciousness about it, right? And don't listen to what people say, because nobody has to live this human experience but you. Mm-hmm. Make sure your intention's right and forget what anybody has to say. People gonna look at you, they're gonna, damn, you could be a person that emanate darkness, mm-hmm. right? It could come seeping out of you, but that doesn't mean you're a dark. That doesn't mean you're a demon or anything, right? Your intentions would determine that.
That's real.
Your intent, the thing that you do, that's going to determine who you are, mm-hmm. what you are. Not a manuscript, not a religion, not any of those things, right? Intentions are hidden away from all of those things. How do you think some of these things exist to derail us? Because we don't see the intent that lies beneath the surface, mm-hmm. right? Your intentions is going to determine where you navigate, and not another reader. Right. Because a reader can look at you and their cards can lie to them. Mm-hmm. A reader can look at you and don't understand your healing process. Mm-hmm. They don't understand your correlation to divinity. God cloaks those who he must. Like the divine will put anything over you to cover you. Mm-hmm. If you know you're destined to reach your purpose, so don't worry about what you emanate. Worry about your intentions. Mm-hmm. What are you doing when nobody's looking? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
That's what counts, right? The character.
That's right.
I love that. That's crazy. Because I wasn't going to read this one, but then it kind of goes with what you were saying.
While she's searching for that,
Yeah, because I wasn't going to read it.
another value of spiritual awakening is that we begin connecting the dots of our life through intuition and introspection. When you awaken your intuition, it becomes a lot different. It's not the same intuition you was vibing with before you allowed yourself to awaken. It's more detailed. It's more it's more powerful. Your intuition. It's more. Your intuition gives you finite answers, where everything seems so infinite, like you maybe couldn't get to the root of things. Well, it could be that your intuition brings them to you quick and simple now. That could be a burden, right? That causes you to be acquainted with grief when you see too clearly. So it also allows you, like I said, we're talking about the value of spiritual awakening. So connecting the dots through your intuition and introspection is beautiful, because it's like, now that you have this ascended conscious, you can go back, you can see old traumas, you can begin to deal with things because you're processing them different. You're awakened now. And it's beautiful because I can remember sitting on the couch years before I was awakened, and it seemed like nothing made sense. It seemed like I couldn't put anything together. Like I would be deceived and I wouldn't have a clue about it, because somewhere in my heart I had right intent. It made me vulnerable, like a lot of you, right? Yeah, I did wrong things. I was good at wrong things, but I was naive to the deception of, the deception that's really demonic. What, like what, I never really could never really grasp it. But as I ascended, I was able to look back, and God gave me vision, intuition. It becomes so different. Your introspection is like you go back and you just begin to analyze. My days on the couch now, when I go back, it's basically to kind of like put dots on the question marks, put periods at the end of sentences in my life that maybe I couldn't then. I'm able to do it now, and that's valuable. It's a part of awakening, right? It's a beautiful thing.
I'm sorry. You had said something and I had seen something, so I was like, go back and find it, but let me just go to what I had. So, what we got? If you gave up now, you still wouldn't get where you still, if you gave up now, you still wouldn't be where you want to be. It's time to take action. And whatever you want, you must be willing to put in the work consistently. Okay? So Spirit is saying, you can give up now if you want, because you do have free will. However, you are on the way. So if you gave up now, you still wouldn't be where you want to be. So it's time to just keep going, okay? Because there's someone and you're like, I'm at wit's end. And I get it, right? Life can become challenging. It can become overwhelming. But Spirit is wanting me to be a reminder to you that, it's important that you keep going right now. It's action time, You're in the midst of awakening here, okay? And consistency. That's the word right now, okay? Consistency, okay? Spirit also told me to remind someone, make sure that you're speaking life over your children, okay? We can speak life or death with the mouth, with the tongue, right? So make sure you're speaking life over your children. There's a lot of senseless incidents happening out here in the world. So we want to begin to make sure that we're speaking life over our children at home, so that they know what love is when they go out and they know how to give love, I feel like there's so many children that lack love, so they go out into the world and they do things that are so far away from love. So, make sure you do your duty and speak life over your children so that they're able to speak life over people as well. Okay. Also, Spirit says you have free will, so it's up to you what you do with your gift. Okay? Um, you know, you have the gift and the gift is there. However, it is your choice what you do with it.
That's right.
Okay? You know, there's someone, and I don't know, it's like evil just keeps coming to tempt you, and I don't know, you almost feel like it's worth it. And I'm here to let you know that Spirit says it's up to you. It's your gift, right? You have free will to do what you want with it. However, remember that everything we do comes with consequences. So if you're a person and God has given you a gift to use it for light and you decide to use it incorrectly, just be ready to handle the consequences that come along with it. Okay? Because you could be on the fence right now. Like, you know, there could be earthly things tempting you. And I'm just, you know, here to remind you that you do have the opportunity to do whatever you want with your gift. But just remember that there's, you know, consequences that come behind everything we do. Okay. Someone could be having a baby shower on Saturday, 4/26. I just seen a baby shower. I don't know. You could be having a little boy. Someone could be having a little boy. I just seen a baby shower with the little boy on Saturday. Okay. That's all I got.
I see you got some big old goddesses over there.
Yeah, I do. You know, I pulled out from my African Goddess Rising Oracle by Ambiola Abrams. And number 1, we got big old energy, Nana Baluko. Okay? So seasons is here. And I love this. You know, I've been speaking a lot to the collective. We've been speaking a lot to the collective about, you know, this being the season of manifestation and abundance. And it's here for you. And you got this big old grandma energy here. You know, this is like, you know, the wisdom. I don't know. I always say, we got to, what did I say? We down by the riverside get advice from the water guys, right? There's someone, and because you have intuition, right, with Queen Nandi here, because you've been using your intuition more, because you've been really awakening with your Maya here.
That's your energy.
Okay?
Right?
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah.
That's ill.
I ain't want to put me out there. Look.
That's ill.
You see this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got number 40 out here, number 35, and number 1. You could be 40 years old, 41, 36, 35, okay, 34, 30, 41, and 45 is coming out here. This could be your age or significant, okay? But I feel like, I don't know, there's someone you're going through, and you've gone through an awakening, you're going through an awakening, and it's your season, okay? It's your season. You're able to see now. You know, it's like a breakthrough. You know, like she's busting out the water. Someone's definitely pregnant. I told you I seen a baby shower. Okay? Yeah, something about that. Right? But I feel like, you know, someone's going through some kind of awakening and, you know, you're starting to see life for what it is. You know, you're starting to love a simple life. You could be finding yourself really, really like being simple. Okay? You could have thought that it took a lot to live, but now you could be finding that, you know, you don't need as much, right? The smallest things could really impress you. The simplest things, you know, you resonate real deep with the truth, right? With truth and peace and serenity and happiness and joy, right? Something about that, okay? You could have had like a very strong grandmother that transitioned. I know mine's right here. Right? I'm definitely feeling the energy here, Grammy.
Yes.
Okay? Nana Buluku, right? But the seasons, your seasons have, things are changing. You know, we have in the United States what we call 4 seasons, right? So things are changing. You know, as the seasons change, things change, right? And this is what's happening in life for you. Okay? I feel like, I don't know, there's a lot of rebirth kind of energy. There's definitely someone pregnant here. Okay? I don't know. I feel like there's a ship under the water here. I feel like anything that was under the surface is coming up, you know. Someone's busting out. It's like, I'm saying Free Willy. That could be a movie. That could be significant here. That could have been one of your favorite movies, Free Willy. Okay. I don't know. Let's see. What you got?
Yeah, I had to wait. I couldn't really say nothing about
It's a lot. It's a lot of. I could keep going. Like, it's a lot of energy. And I probably don't even know how to properly express it because there's so much energy. And I really feel like the Spirit is talking, you know, talking. I'm gonna just say I feel like spirit is talking. Okay.
She always round.
Mhm.
She's always round. Right.
Number one. Spirit wants you to know, like, you're number one, not number two. Like, you've never been number two. You've always been number one in any situation. People may have thought that you were number two. People could have put you in the second position, but you've always been big dog number one. Like, you always been the top dog, you know. Even though you were the underdog, you always been the top dog in the spirit, you know. Something about that. Okay. Numero uno.
This here is a masculine shift over here, right? All that's feminine. That's big feminine energy right there, real big. So I'm gonna move into this.
You out of there.
I'm gonna move into this. For my masculines, I feel it says skills and talents, responsibility and patience.
Ooh.
Speaking of development, giving yourself time to develop. As a masculine, right? I can tell you, the spiritual sector, it get a little uncomfortable over here because you got a lot of I will say you got a lot of different kind of feminine energy and spirituality, right? So, you know, nevertheless, the masculines, we waking up, you stepping into your gift, your power. Be patient with yourself and understand it's a responsibility, right? Like with me, I carry the weight of spirit around here. When it's an attack, I'm the one that's gonna see it first. I'm the one that's gonna deal with it because that's the way that God made me. God not gonna give you a talent that's not much like your natural ability. It's gonna coincide with what you naturally are able to do.
Right.
So if you wasn't intuitive from the jump, don't pick up tarot cards. You wasn't intuitive at birth. That's thank you, spirit. I don't know, and I feel like I'm talking to masculines, right? If you don't have intuition, don't pick up a tarot card or no divining tool, because you even if you getting accurate readings, right? You being foxed by spirits. Why? Because if you don't have the natural intuition to withstand this energy that come off these cards, you're going to move into another spirit energy. And then when that leave you, you're going to be left like, well, I don't know what's going on. You got to hone your gift. Is going to coincide with what you naturally able to do, bruh. Right? And that's just reality, right? Because I know coming into the spirit, I had a lot of functioning multiple clairs. I wasn't just gifted in one clair, so I was able to be, you know, I had that shape-shifting energy in the spirit, and shape-shifting energy is not always bad, contrary to what you may be. Somebody here shape-shifted. Ooh, a lot of y'all shape-shifters too. It's the ability to transmute energy. It's the ability to inhabit certain energetic perspectives and not be affected and still remain in order, right? It's the ability to shape-shift. So
the ability to change your look,
identity, all of that, it can be used for deception or it can be used for good, just like any other gift you have, right? So spirit, for my masculines, stop hearing shapeshifter and thinking that it's bad, right? Shapeshifter is an energy. It's a gift, actually, honestly. Some of you only could have adapted in life because you had shape-shifting energy. Think about that time you got in a situation you was able to talk your way up out of it. That's a shape-shifting energy.
Right out of there.
That's a shape-shifting energy, right? You know, many different ways. But like I say, for my masculines, that's awakening. You have skills and talents, but you have responsibility, and it's called patience, right? Patience is the responsibility, right? Don't try to just do what you can, spirit, do more, right? And move according to what you already able to do. If you find yourself over there, like I said, don't pick these up. I picked these up because this what was left of me in my spiritual inheritance. My great Grammy named Alice, boy. She was a shaman. Ancestor challenge, boy, right? So it's different. My daddy did this, right? My daddy did this. He was into this. My sister into this. My sister is really big known. She's very much known. I don't even want to say her name because I don't want to blow her spot up, right? Out of respect. But my sister been doing this since we was children, right? I'm talking about, and we a little old, right? So when you see me with these, it's not for form or fashion. It's not the aesthetics. It's what God led me to. It's the gift that he woke up in me. I know what to do. I know what not to do. You understand? And that's the same way you gotta be, bruh. Like, I know your gift and you is resonating and you want to get to it, right? But be patient. Sit back and chill. See what it is. You might not be sharp in your intuition, right? You might have a supreme understanding. So it might be a need for you to read. Stay out of your head. Put something else in your mind, right? Especially if you got that, you know, like, if you got that traumatized background and you in your intuition, it's imbalance. It got to be. I've been there. Trust me. I've been in my intuition like that, and I know how I get in there, right? So, you know, try to balance yourself. Give yourself some patience. And I'm going to read the footnote, and that's that. Everyone has unique skills and talents. Discover where you shine and work to improve. Create value with your skills. Let your talent shine, and you will become a better version of yourself.
Okay. So we got Right Track, and I like it. It's on top of Nana Baluku. Okay, Seasons #1. So it says, you are on the right track. You are going in the right direction. So just keep moving forward. And remember, when I came in, Spirit gave me a download, and it said that if you stop now, you still won't be where you want to be. So why give up now, right? So you're on the right track. So someone's like, things are taking too long, but Spirit says you're on the right track here. And last night we were picking up yesterday we were picking up a lot of railroad train energy noise, right? I don't know. You could be like, energy. There's a lot of energy of people moving, taking action, doing what needs to be done, making sure that, you're setting yourself up for the life you desire. And I love that for you. Okay. And then we got Choose Wisely coming out on top of Yamaya. Okay. Awakening. And it says choose wisely. Decisions shape your path amid challenges. Stay open to learning as answers reveal your destined journey, right? And I love this. So it's like, you are literally on your divine path. You're in your purpose, You don't have to worry anymore. As long as you follow, right, what God is telling you to do, you're going exactly where you need to be. There's someone that's like, you don't have to worry anymore, okay? It's like you chose wisely. You made the right choice. When everybody went left, you went right. You could be left-handed.
Oh, I felt that strong. When everybody went left, you went right.
Yeah, you could definitely be left-handed in the energy, right? But it's like, that
was the balance right
You went left. They went right.
That was the balance right
And it was like, everybody wanted to make you feel like you went the wrong way, but Spirit says you chose wisely here.
Felt like you went the wrong way too, didn't it?
Right, you did. You felt it.
I know it did. I feel it.
Okay. But, but we got intuition, and, we had Queen Nandy with intuition, and then we have Thrive and Believe, and it says embrace growth and trust and promise. Keep an open mind. Answers reveal the path to fulfillment. So there's someone that's like, God is showing you the way. Okay? He's showing you the way. Even when you can't see, you can feel it, like that kind of energy. Right? We love you too. Right? But you can feel it. You don't have to see everything right now. God is working with you. You can feel the difference in your life. You wake up happy now. There was a time you didn't wake up happy. There was a time you couldn't even go to sleep, I'm hearing. Yeah, for some of you. Some of you guys couldn't even sleep because there was so much going on. You were fighting in your sleep, Fighting to get to sleep. Fighting that, I need sleep. I can't even go to sleep because, this thing is chasing me down every day, all day. I can't go to sleep because I don't know if I might get back up. Something like that. Thrive and Believe. There was one time where you were surviving, but now imagine where you can actually thrive in life. You don't have to be a survivor. You don't have to be in survival mode anymore. You know, you can actually thrive if you believe, right? It's like that kind of energy, collective.
You know, I got perseverance and maintain discipline laying right on top of each other. And this is speaking about really pushing forward and moving beyond, you know, like, you know that place where you feel like you can't go no further and you can't do no more? Well, this is speaking about pushing past that place, right? And it's a mystery. It is. It's the unknown. You know, if imagine you feeling like you only have the strength to pick up 100 pounds. And then your boss say, go pick that bag up, it weigh 110. You're not so sure whether you can do it. It's a mystery. But this the thing about in the spirit now. You being told to go pick up a 110-pound bag, but you got strength in you to do it that you don't know.
Right.
Right? So you don't really know about this because it's spiritual strength. It's the same strength that preserved you. Right? But you don't see it. Because see, the preservation is invisible to us. You know, we thank you, Spirit. Sometimes we so arrogant that we think that we were smart enough to make the right moves that kept us alive all this time. Spirit say it's not that way. It was those times when your whole being would give up.
Right.
You would say, I can't. But it's a different energy around you, right? It says, maintain discipline and perseverance. So now you in touch with the spirit around you. All right. Now I want to say something. Thank you, Spirit. When you first come into ascension or you begin to move in a power that you're not used to moving in, you feel things. You feel them strongly. But as this becomes a gift that's acquainted with you, you don't see all of these supernatural signs and wonders and all of that, right? This is when your gift is most effective, because that means that it is now gelled with you. It doesn't have to come, in other words, the universe doesn't have to convince you that you have a gift anymore. But your ancestors don't come with the butterfly energy around you and the bumblebees and you animals and different things, signs, all of that. You could feel like because you don't see that, you're not connected, right? That's a trick of the enemy. Maintain discipline. Do what you was doing. Do what you was doing. In season and out of season. Look, Nana Baluku said seasons, right?
That's what she said.
In season and out of season. When you got a purpose to do, it's in season. When everybody don't like you, you gotta do it.
You heard me.
When everybody do like you, you gotta do it. It don't really matter. God gonna give the increase. All you gotta do is just water. Water with your gift, right? Because everything is just because I'm feeling like somebody, you being dismayed by the fact you don't see as many signs as you used to. You used to feel signs and you got dreams and you knew people's thoughts and all of that, right?
They used to be like in the Bible, God, have you, do you not hear us anymore?
Right.
We haven't heard from you. We haven't heard from you, God.
You feel dull. And the spirit, like, the spirit, is my ancestors even listening? They watching. They don't need to get involved. They needed to get involved when you was on the brink of doom.
You heard me.
That's when they had to show you, they had to move the sun around and all of that. When you was out there cutting it up, you was cutting up so bad that they literally had to switch the landscape of the universe. So you seen things happening, right? But now you good. So they watching you. You gotta walk worthy of what you had.
That's right.
Maintain discipline, perseverance, and to the mystery it leads to abundance. It says, right? The buffalo, very strong animal, right? So no, you can't see the abundance, but it's already upon you if you really know how to look for it. Like, you know what I tell people to do to help you find your abundance when you can't see it? Think about how you woke up this morning, right? Think about how you got up, right? No, seriously. Right. Just think about how you got up this morning, right? Now, I could say, think about all the people that didn't get up, but I'm going to sound like the pastor on Sunday. So I ain't going to say that. I'm going to say this. Think about the fact that you got up, right? Now think about in your life all the other times when you got up and you wasn't even in good shape like you're in now.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the time you got up in a gutterville, in your mind or literally. Think all the times when you got up homeless, in your mind or literally.
You heard me.
Right? I'm talking about, I'd rather be homeless than in the physical than homeless in my mind.
Okay.
Cause somebody you woke up many a time with on silk bed linens, nice cars in the driveway, and you was homeless in your mind still. But now, maybe all those things gone, right? But guess what? You got a home now. It's in your body.
That's right.
Right? Your mind and your body, they are at one now. So when you wake up like that, that's a big ashe right there. If you understand properly. That's why the old heads say connect with God as soon as you get up in the morning.
Okay, joy comes in
because
the morning.
they already knew, right? They know, like, listen, if you able to wake up, thank you, last one. In fact, think about how many times you woke up in life and prayer was the furthest thing from your mind. You were surrounded by decadence to the point where you may even realize, like, should I pray? And the demon won and said no. And you was like, man, I ain't praying. Think about them times when you couldn't even get the energy to pray because the demon was whipping you to the point where you thought you was unworthy of a prayer even to repent.
That's real.
You heard me? You ever been down that bad where you go down to prayer and you like get right back up like, I ain't doing this. I ain't running to God like this. I can't. Right? The demon choking your neck out. Right? Now you waking up. Boom. And that's abundance. Forget everything you don't got. Everybody got stuff that, everybody got things that, don't nobody have everything. Everybody got things that they don't have. Everybody got bills that's running them down. Everybody got some, I don't care what Facebook, Instagram, or any of that look like. TikTok, all that. Everybody run up here and try to look their best, y'all. That's the whole gimmick. People use lightings. We all use it, right? We use different things, but don't be dismayed by the aesthetics. Pay attention to what's coming out of people's spirit. Yours too. Don't get caught up in it, right? Your abundance is waking up with your mind and your body connected.
Okay. So we got, I just wanted to see something. We got Marie.
Wow.
What?
There she go.
Marie LaVue showing up for you, and it says good juju. You could be Haitian in the energy.
Here we go. Here she go.
Okay. You could be from Haiti. Shout out to Haiti.
That's a strong one right there.
Right?
Why they always show up when you pick them cards up?
I don't know.
All them high priests show up as soon as you grab them cards.
We also got Queen Mother Nanny with Liberation. Okay? And then we have Mawu and Lisa with Cosmic Power. And I love this. You could be a twin in our energy. Yeah. Okay? You could be a twin and you could be like a man and a woman. Okay? You could be a twin here. Mawu and Lisa showing up. Okay? There's also something significant about birds. I don't know if do you own a bird? Do you own roosters or something like that? I don't know, something about that. I see birds running around the yard or flying through the house or something. But we got number 7 here, number 37, and number 2. So, I don't know. You could be 37 years old here. You could be 27. Okay? But there's something about you needing to understand that, you know, spiritual inheritance is here for you. See, there's someone and you have broken the generational curse, you know, by deciding to go, you know, what did I say? Left when everybody else went right.
That's right.
You know, the left side is like, you know, the side of creativity. You know, the right side is the side of action, right? So when they were going to go take action and do all the wrong things, you decided to be creative and go to the left here. Someone's definitely left-handed in the energy. Okay? But there's something about, you know, good juju. That's abundance. You know, that's prosperity. You know, that's true peace. You ever been at true peace? You ever wake up and just be happy, right? You ever be able to just smile and you don't have everything? You ever felt like that? I have. It took me a long time to feel like that, though, because for a very long time, I thought that I needed so many different things to feel peace. I didn't know what true peace was. And so now that I have true peace, I try to enjoy it every day. And you know, the enemy wants to come in and make us feel like we don't have peace when God is showing you you
That
have
do.
peace.
You heard me.
Right?
That was
Someone
nice.
needs to know with liberation here, you are free. See, all of the things that kept you trapped in the past, it's over with. Those things are over with. It's like, you know, it's time for you to live at peace because you're at peace now. Okay? And then we got cosmic power coming out for you. You know, this is the energy of the divine. You know? This is like, for me, the energy of the divine. Now, you know, Nana Baluku is Lisa and Mawu's mother. Right? So, I don't know. There's something about, you know, there's something about you having a nurturing, mothering energy. Okay?
Big auntie.
Right? Something about that.
Big mama, big auntie.
Okay? You could have been, you know, raised by your grandparents, your grandmother. She could have been very, very strong, you know. A woman of great character, you know. A woman that, you know, behind closed doors, she was teaching you how to pray, right? While everybody else was doing everything else, she was teaching you how to do things right, you know. Teaching you that life was of the spirit and not, you know, death and diseases of the body. Someone learned this, right? And now you're seeing things play out. Good juju is here. Don't allow the enemy to make you feel like, you know, prosperity and abundance isn't here for you. And I ain't talking about money, because if you're looking for money, I don't know what to tell you. See, money never wants to come to you when you're looking for it. It doesn't like people that look for it. Money runs from you when you are looking for it. Now, when you're in the energy to receive because you've been doing the work, then it's attracted to you and it comes in and it's like, you know, it just rolls in for you because that's what God does. God takes care of us, right? I don't know, but this is good energy here. I feel like, you know, moving forward. Now, if you are a person, because there's someone here, and I'm sorry, collective, there's someone here, and you show up to the messages, and you don't believe anything, and you're like, none of this is going to happen, none of this is happening. Well, you still have some healing to do here, okay?
You know, this spread right here is for somebody who is basically now, this is like, I feel like somebody who just coming into their spiritual journey, because it says beginning, then it was clarified by new beginning, right? And that's odd to pull both of these cards. But it says gentleness and protection. And I can attest to this. At the beginning of your spirituality, when you I mean, life was a spiritual journey for me my whole life.
Mine too.
But you get to a point where everything becomes new, right? Everything, your third eye Kundalini energy activates, decalcifies. You can see now, right? Ajna wide open. And during these times, the ancestors do offer a lot of gentleness and a lot of protection, because you got to kind of be handled with care. It's just like as above, so below. You know how you're a baby in the natural? You got to be shown what to do. You got to be guided. The potential lies within you. Well, it's the same way spiritually. When your soul begins to awaken, you have gentleness and you have protection. So I feel like if that's you in this energy, take time to explore your world, right? Why everything, because I had a reading earlier where somebody's not seeing any signs. Now I'm seeing somebody, and perhaps you are seeing signs, and you are being treated gentle, and you have protection. I will say this to you about your spiritual journey. You won't always feel that way. So, you know, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy those times when it's gentle and you have protection, because the universe is definitely going to push us to a place where you feel unprotected and you feel like it's not gentle. It get bumpy and it get hard, right? And it's all a part of a new start. Trust me, I'd rather be equipped for my struggle like I am now, as opposed to being like I was before I woke up and really took time to see what was really going on spiritually around me. Yeah, things ain't always like I want them to be. They not. I wouldn't even lie to you and say they are. But I wouldn't trade my timeline for the world right now. What God has allowed me to see and shown me thus far, I look at struggle as just another way, you know, another way to get a level up, another notch under my belt to say, well, I did that. Now I got dominion over it. And it's not always, y'all, it's not always about things you do. A lot of times about what we think. That's a whole nother, because sometimes people think, well, if I stop doing this and I stop doing that, things will work out. Yeah, but it's the things you're doing in here that's really leaking out, you know what I'm saying? If we give up what we doing in the physical, it still lay dormant in you until you get it all the way out of you. So it's best to just let it resonate and deal with it, Deal with it. It's a process. It's not phony business, right? Okay, thank you, Spirit. See, it's not about, the days is gone where people just stop doing things and dress up and make it look like, okay, this is what I'm doing. That ain't gonna work no more because too many people can see in the spirit now. So you gotta be solid in meaning putting in some kind of work spiritually that really means something spiritual. That so when you show up in the world, you register as a person that have a solid spirit, not flaky. Because you can't dress the shit up like you could even 5 years ago. I know I was still being deceived 5 years ago.
Because our life changes every 5 years. Your life will be totally different.
I couldn't even really see a lot of things 5 years ago. So I was prone to deception. But now it's like, I could see the value in it. I could see where there's no value in it. And it doesn't take long. It's particularly when I'm dealing with people, right? I'm not saying that I look to see the value in people. No, I look to see the value in the relationship that I have with them. Why? Because I spent a lot of time devaluing that aspect. So now it's like, if I feel as though, and this is just advice for somebody, if I come into contact with somebody and I feel strongly that there's no value in the relationship, I'm not going to waste time.
Right.
Why? Because I don't have time to waste.
Right.
I'm trying to get somewhere and do something else.
Right.
Like,
God's
I'm not
giving
trying.
you your time back to do other stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? She said it best. God gave you your time back to do something else with it.
That's real. Okay. We got embrace the unknown. Okay. And I love this. I feel like this is what's happening. It was at one point, if we couldn't see what was happening, we couldn't believe. It's like, it was so hard to really understand what faith was until you've been in certain situations. And now it's like, there's someone, you embrace the unknown. It is what it is, Once you fall to that bottom and you know that the only thing you can do is rise to the top, you're not scared of anything anymore, So it says, venture into the mystery with an open heart, welcoming the lessons hidden in uncertainty. Yeah, because there's a lot of lessons in the things that we can't see that happen, right? Everything we go through is a divine lesson to help us grow, to help us get to our purpose, to help us build our testimony, right? And we got higher wisdom here for you. It says explore options, learn what you can, and expand your horizons, okay? Right? So it's like, I feel like it's like nothing get past you. Yeah. Nothing get past you. Hey. Your intuition is popping. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. It's like, nothing can get past you. Why? Because, when you're doing what you're told to be doing, right? And you're staying out the way, God is going to make you be able to see. And, you're able to see. It's like, you're able to stay clear from harm right now because, you're able to look into people so deeply, like the spirit of people. You already know when someone's trying to fool you. You're showing up very mysterious right now. People want to know about you. People think you're very interesting right now. You're showing up very interesting. Okay? That's good. Someone, you could be like just changing your physical appearance. You could be changing the way you wear your hair. Okay? You could be changing the way you dress. Whatever it is, I don't know. You're just becoming more free. It's like you're free now. Hey. Yeah. And you're free now. Yeah. And you're free now. Hey. Liberation. Hey. Hey. I said you're free now. Right? I don't know. Good energy, collective. I love it. You know? You're growing and glowing. You know, you guys are out here shining. You're shiners. Hey. I said you're glowing and you're growing. Yeah, you're shining, growing, and you glowing. Yeah, you're shining. Say you're shining like a diamond. That was your message. We hope you guys enjoyed the message. We hope that it resonated in your life. We'll be back later on this afternoon with your afternoon show, and then later again this evening. Hey, they call us elemental beings, trying to save the people from the pain and misery. They don't understand me. I'm a different type of breed, come from the 5D. Hey, yeah, they call us elemental beings. Hey, they don't understand me. I'm a different kind of being. Hey, I come from the 5D. Yeah. Thank you, everyone that has been rocking with us. Okay, everyone that has been sending us love and light. Okay, thank you for all of your spiritual donations. It helps the channel grow. We truly appreciate you. Okay, if you would like to support the channel, the Cash App is on the page. We love you guys so much. Hey, now it's time to go eat.